Hello, Marvel Comics fans, fellow comic sophisticates. Troy David Phillips here at Flashback Comics in Woodbridge, Virginia. And I am going to ask you a simple question. With all of the buzz and excitement from the San Diego Comic-Con, how excited for the upcoming Black Panther movie are you? The answer to this question is heart palpitatingly excited. You should be so excited that you have to sit down before you fall down. And if you're not excited, well, maybe you need to go back and watch the advanced teaser trailer and get that excitement level built up. Lots going to be going on in the Black Panther. You've seen the Black Panther, obviously, in Captain America Civil War, and that was absolutely fantastic. And hopefully you've been reading the Ta-Nehisi Coates series, the Black Panther series that is now on issue 15. And if you haven't been, let me strenuously recommend that you pick those things up. In any event, there's a lot of Black Panther, and you might have some questions like, who are these people coming up in the Black Panther movie? Who is M'Baku the Man-Ape? Who is Eric Killmonger? Who is Ulysses Klaw? You saw Klaw, a little bit of him, in Age of Ultron, and today I'm actually going to focus on Ulysses Klaw, because Ulysses Klaw has a very extensive history in the Marvel Universe, not only as a Black Panther villain. He first appears in Fantastic Four 52 along with the Black Panther, but he goes on beyond that. Ulysses Klaw is the son of an expatriated Nazi war criminal. Ulysses Klaw had his last name anglicized to Klaw, K-L-A-W, and made his fortune as a mercenary adventurer assassin. Bit on the cold-blooded side, not above killing people and doing terrible things for money. However, the money-making engine ran into a huge snag when he attempted to steal vibranium from Wakanda. Of course, no one gets into Wakanda. Wakanda has repelled every invasion that has hit its borders since the country was founded. However, Klaw was able to murder T'Challa's father, T'Chaka, the Black Panther, before him. Now I'm going to move very quickly here, so try to keep up. Ulysses Klaw would have his own body transformed into a living sonic creature. Now, what happened was, with his weapon of choice, the sonic converter, plus stolen vibranium that he had acquired on the black market, Klaw's physical body was transformed into this living sonic energy, and he used his sonic converter device, the thing that he wears on his hand, to regulate his body and to control sounds and vibrations. This gave him some tremendous advantages when battling any number of his enemies, first the Panther and the Fantastic Four, but later the Avengers. You would see Klaw join Ultron's Masters of Evil alongside of Radioactive Man and the Black Knight, who was a ringer, and several other characters. You would see Ulysses Klaw in the fullness of time form a partnership with the villain Solar, mutant villain Solar, who first appeared in Captain America and the Falcon. And Klaw would ultimately have his body absorbed by the mutant Dazzler and released wholly into the walls of Galactus's world ship. Now, if you've not followed Dazzler's comic, I'd recommend picking issues of that up. You could find a lot of interesting guest appearances, a lot of good villains, a lot of good heroes, a lot of good team-ups. Klaw's body absorbed into the walls of Galactus's ship. Klaw would be released from this by Dr. Doom. Now, this was during the Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, and Doom had stolen his way onto Galactus's ship looking for some kind of advantage, looking for something that he could use as a weapon, first against Galactus and then against the Beyonder himself. Before he could come away with anything that he could use, he released Klaw, and he and Klaw were ejected back onto the battle world. Doom would use Klaw, however, to first absorb Galactus's power and then challenge the Beyonder himself. Now, Klaw, from this point, found himself back on Earth addled, as you can imagine, from this variety of circumstances and misadventures, but he does eventually recover his sanity and his raw nastiness, and in time comes to battle Daredevil. That's not a terribly significant battle, but if you're a Daredevil fan, recommend picking it up and seeing how that plays. The Master of Sound versus the hero of Hell's Kitchen with enhanced hearing. Daredevil's got an uphill battle on this one, but aren't the stories best when the hero is punching up? Klaw would also find himself a member of the Frightful Four. Now, the Wizard is the leader of the Frightful Four. He had previously battled the Human Torch in the pages of Strange Tales, eventually formed a team to battle Reed Richards and the Fantastic Four. The Frightful Four had also at one time included the Sandman from the pages of Spider-Man, and the Trapster, again from Strange Tales, and premiered Madame Medusa. We didn't know Medusa was the queen of the Inhumans at the time, and with her amnesia, she didn't realize that, I've fallen in with a group of villains, I should actually be fighting these guys. When she recovered her memories, she did in fact turn on the Frightful Four. The Wizard disbanded that group and put a new group together, and Klaw was on that team, along with other ne'er-do-wells, because the Wizard would throw together whatever mercenary strangers he could to have 4 people to battle the Fantastic Four. Now, that brings us to that stopping point for Ulysses Klaw, but now you know a lot more about him than you did before, and so when you see him in the Black Panther movie, you will have some anticipation built up. You'll be ready to see this guy undergo a major transformation and become a player on the stage of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the upcoming Black Panther film and beyond that. So, thank you for joining me today. That was my spotlight on Ulysses Klaw. Come see me here at Flashback Comics and ask me where to find the good Klaw appearances.